Morning. So an early brief this morning on what's going on. Sitting here, obviously in the UK. So those of you in the US will probably see this when you wake up. But listen, the news with regard to the labour market data that's due out at 1:30 UK time is just all over the shop. I mean, CNN reported, Bloomberg reported it's not going to happen. Then CNN reported overnight this morning that it is going to happen. That they have the data. To be honest with you, who knows? I mean, this is such a joke, and quite frankly, none of us really have a clue. I don't think I've actually seen it like this before during a government shutdown, where we've literally not known whether we're going to get the most important economic data point, literally hours before it's due. Anyway, so I'm not going to speculate. We'll see what happens. I'll try and keep everyone up as best I can on that in terms of just as the news comes in. Elsewhere, listen, the gold reversed off that 83 RSI that I pointed out. It's obviously done its usual thing of climb back up. You got to realize that this market is now being traded almost solely by machines, right? Machines and retail, and it's not and that combination together is a powerful combination. It's been going on for a long time. The professionals continue to take money out, put it into money market accounts, and all of us, I've got 7 different conversations on the go this morning with hedge fund managers, all of whom are just sitting there just going, this is just torturous watching this tape do what it is, right? We all know that the market is just grabbing for whatever it can cling on to buy next, right? Mag 7 mega cap is exhausted, right? Look at Microsoft, look at Apple, look at Amazon, look at Alphabet, look at these names, right? They're not leading the index. They're barely moving. They're exhausted. The market's now clung on to Micron and Marvell and Intel and anything that it can get its hands on that's unloved or uncrowded, that there's an excuse to buy. That's what the market's doing. And yesterday, of course, retail just piled back into the same, speculative momentum names in the US. You guys know what those are, I would imagine. The thing is that the market's running out of places to go, right? Mega cap is done. Even the Microns and the Memories and the Marvells and all these stocks, they're all becoming very overbought as well. And the quantums and the robotics and all these other areas that the retail space absolutely love are just ridiculously expensive and overbought. So listen, it can continue. Of course it can. I mean, but it can't continue for much longer is the thing. And my QQQ short, which is a hedge on my book, is not really moving very much. It's like a few 10, 15, 20 basis points a day, so it's not really making much impact, so it doesn't really bother me. And every day that it goes up another 20 basis points, we get closer to the moment where it's going to come off. So I'm perfectly happy. I'm keeping the book as it is. I'll do a trading book update a bit later, but I just wanted to touch base early doors to make the point about the labour market data, which we may well be getting. And of course, that will be interesting to see. Listen, again, there's the other question is what is this data going to be reliable? Because we all know that Trump and the administration are doing some pretty strange stuff when it comes to the labour market department and the statistics department. They fired some people, and it's the whole thing just makes me feel a bit uncomfortable. Nonetheless, we're hostage to the data we get, so we'll digest it once we get it. But regardless of what it is, even as I said yesterday, even if it's the most Goldilocks, perfect market-friendly set of data, the market still is going to be in the same situation, which is very, very exhausted. Now, listen. Those of you who are watching and taking some longs off and preparing for a bit of a sell-off, that's great. And don't be frustrated. If the market does go up a little bit more, that's fine. You've booked massive profits. Great. Booking a profit is never a bad thing. But it is almost a certainty that the market is going to have some form of sell-off in the not too distant future, because it has to, right? As I just pointed out, it's running out of things to buy. It's as simple as that. That have any impact on the index. So there we go. I will touch base later with a bit of after the European Open with a trading book update.